Every day I meet learners who want to speak English better but don't know where to begin. They often feel like English is too difficult, or they believe they need to study many hours to improve. But what if learning English could be simple, light, and part of your daily life? What if you didn't have to push yourself so hard to make progress? Let me tell you something important. You don't need to be perfect to learn a new language. You don't need to learn every grammar rule before you can start speaking. You just need to take small, simple steps every day. And the most powerful step you can take is to make English a part of your daily habits. Think about how you learned your first language. No one gave you a textbook when you were a child. You didn't sit and study verb tenses or vocabulary charts. You listened to your family speak, you watched cartoons, and you copied what people around you said. You didn't even think about learning. You were just living. This same idea can help you now. Learning English doesn't have to be something difficult or painful. It can be something you enjoy. You can add it to your life without changing your whole schedule. The key is to find moments in your day where English fits naturally. For example, if you like walking in the morning, try listening to a podcast in English while you walk. If you enjoy cooking, play a video in English in the background. If you use social media, follow some English accounts about topics you love. When English becomes part of the things you already do, it stops feeling like a lesson and starts feeling like life. One of my students once told me he started reading one short English article every day during breakfast. At first, it was slow and difficult, but he kept going. After a few weeks, reading became easy. After 2 months, he noticed new words started to stay in his mind. He didn't memorize them. He just saw them again and again in context, and they became part of his thinking. That's how habits work. When you do something again and again, it becomes part of you. It no longer feels like work. This is true for brushing your teeth, drinking water, or learning English. The secret is not how long you study, but how often you connect with the language. Even if you only have 10 or 15 minutes a day, that time matters. Don't wait for the perfect moment or a long free hour. Start small. Choose one easy thing you can do every day in English. It could be listening to music, watching a video, reading a short paragraph, or saying a few words out loud. Keep it simple and repeat it daily. Also, don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Understanding comes with time. It's okay to miss words or feel confused sometimes. What matters is that you stay with the process. Your brain is learning even when you don't notice it. The more you hear and see English, the more your brain gets used to it. Another great idea is to use your phone or computer in English. You already use these tools every day. Changing the language setting is a simple trick, but very effective. You'll see English words many times without even trying. That's how learning happens, by noticing, not memorizing. I also tell my students to speak out loud, even if no one is around. You can describe what you're doing, say your thoughts in English, or repeat phrases you hear in videos. This builds confidence. It helps your mouth and brain get used to forming English sentences. You don't need a teacher for this. You just need your own voice and a little courage. Some people are afraid of making mistakes, so they don't speak. But mistakes are not bad. They are signs that you're trying. Every mistake is a chance to grow. You don't learn by being perfect. You learn by doing and improving step by step. That's why I always say, don't study English. Live it. Feel it. Use it in small, daily ways. Make it your friend, not your enemy. If you love football, follow football news in English. If you like cooking, read recipes in English. If you enjoy music, translate lyrics. Let English come into your world. Bit by bit, your listening will improve. Your speaking will feel more natural. Your vocabulary will grow without hard work. And most of all, your fear will disappear. You'll stop thinking, I can't speak English, and start saying, I'm learning every day. When this happens, something amazing begins. You start to enjoy the journey. You no longer feel pressure. You smile when you understand something new. You feel proud when you say something correctly. That feeling is what makes learning easy. That feeling is your reward. Let English be part of your story. Not something you do once a week, but something you live with daily. One step at a time. One word at a time. And soon, you'll see just how far you've come. Sometimes we think that to become good at English, we need to push ourselves hard. We believe that real progress only happens when we sit at a desk, study a grammar book, and write everything down. But the truth is different. Language is not just about studying. It's about connecting, feeling, and using the words in a real, human way. Think about this. Have you ever met someone who lived in an English-speaking country for a few years, but never studied much grammar? That person might speak English fluently just by hearing it every day. Why? Because they were surrounded by the language. They listened. They spoke. They lived in English. And that made all the difference. You can create a similar experience, even if you're not living in an English-speaking place. You can build your own English environment by choosing the right habits, tools, and routines. For example, many learners use their free time to watch movies or series. But here's the trick. Don't just watch for entertainment. Watch to learn. Turn on English subtitles. Listen to how people speak. Pay attention to expressions, emotions, and pronunciation. Choose a series you love and watch it again and again. The first time, just enjoy it. The second time, focus on listening. The third time, try repeating the sentences. You will start to notice how often certain words appear. You'll hear how people ask questions or respond casually. These little things build your language intuition. Also, start speaking like that. Imitate what you hear. Repeat short phrases from the show. This is called shadowing. It's when you try to copy a native speaker's voice, rhythm, and tone. It may feel strange at first, but it really works. It helps you sound more natural, and it improves your confidence. Another fun method is to sing along with your favorite English songs. Music connects to your emotions. When you sing, your memory works better. Choose slow songs first, with clear lyrics. Listen, read the words, and then sing them. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to enjoy the process and let English enter your ears and heart. I always say this: learning should not be a punishment. It should be a joy. If you enjoy it, you'll keep doing it. If you force yourself, you'll stop. So find the way that makes you smile. Maybe it's watching YouTube videos about your hobby. Maybe it's listening to interviews with your favorite celebrities. Maybe it's reading short stories, jokes, or even comic books. Reading is also very important. But don't start with difficult novels or long news articles. Start small. Choose simple English books, especially ones written for learners. These books use easy words and clear grammar. They also show you how sentences are built in real situations. This kind of reading is like food for your brain. A little every day makes you stronger. Keep a notebook with you. When you find a new word that you like, write it down. But don't just write the word and the meaning. Write the full sentence where you saw it. That way, you remember the context. You remember how it's used. Later, try writing your own sentence using the same word. This helps your brain understand how to use it, not just remember the meaning. You can also use flashcards, apps, or word games to review. But again, don't focus too much on memorizing. Instead, focus on seeing, hearing, and using the word many times in different ways. Repetition through experience is better than repetition through force. Many learners ask me, how can I think in English? The answer is simple. You start with small thoughts. Don't try to say everything in your head. Just begin with short, simple phrases. When you wake up, say to yourself, I'm going to the kitchen. When you eat, say, this is my breakfast. When you leave the house, say, I'm going to work now. Little by little, your mind gets used to thinking in English. At first, it will feel slow. You will need to search for words, but after some time, it becomes faster. Words will come naturally. Your thoughts will begin to flow in English. This is a big step forward. One more important thing is this. Talk to yourself. Yes, out loud. Describe what you're doing. Talk about your feelings. Say your plans for the day. Pretend you are speaking to a friend. This may feel strange, but it is a powerful method. Your mouth and brain practice together. You get used to speaking without fear. If you want real conversations, try language exchange. There are many apps that connect learners from different countries. You speak English for 10 minutes, and then your partner speaks your language. This way, both of you learn. And the best part is, you speak with real people, not just a screen. Don't wait until your English is perfect to speak. If you wait, you'll wait forever. Speak now, make mistakes, and learn. Mistakes are not the enemy. They are your best teachers. Each mistake shows you what to fix. Each sentence you try makes you stronger. Remember, progress is slow, but sure. You don't become fluent in one day or 1 month. But if you keep going, day after day, things start to change. You hear better. You speak better. You feel more confident. English becomes a part of your daily world. So keep asking yourself every morning, what small thing can I do in English today? Can I listen to something for 10 minutes? Can I read one paragraph? Can I speak to someone or write a few lines? If you say yes to one small thing each day, you are winning. This journey is not about speed. It's about direction. You're moving forward. You're learning. And one day, without even noticing, you'll realize, I can speak English. I can understand. I can connect with people in a new language. That is a wonderful feeling. Sometimes learners tell me, I don't have time to learn English. They believe they need to sit for hours with a textbook to improve. But the truth is, even busy people can learn. The key is to use the small moments you already have in your day. You don't need to change your life. You just need to change how you use your time. Let's say you have 10 minutes while waiting for the bus. Instead of scrolling through social media in your native language, why not watch a short English video? Or maybe you're cooking dinner. That's the perfect time to play an English podcast in the background. Maybe you walk every evening. Bring your headphones and listen to music or stories in English. These small changes don't take extra time. You're just changing the language of the things you already do. Over time, these small changes bring big results. The more you hear English, the more natural it feels. You don't even notice you're learning, but your brain is working every time you listen or read. Let's talk about your phone. You use it many times a day. If you change the language to English, you will see English words every time you open it. You'll see settings, messages, calendar, and more. These words will become familiar because you see them again and again. You don't have to study them. You just notice them. That's how language enters your memory. Another helpful habit is writing. No, I don't mean long essays or complicated grammar exercises. I mean short, simple writing about your daily life. For example, try keeping a small journal in English. Every night, write 2 or 3 sentences about your day. Write what you did, what you felt, or what you want to do tomorrow. Keep it easy and honest. This kind of writing helps you express your thoughts. It teaches you how to build sentences. And over time, you'll see your writing become clearer and stronger. Plus, when you go back and read your old notes, you'll feel proud of your progress. You can also write messages in English to friends who are learning too, or post a short sentence in English on social media. These small actions give you real practice. You're not just learning. You're using the language to connect, and that's the real goal. Sometimes people think they need a teacher to correct every mistake. But correction is not always the most important thing. What matters more is courage. If you have the courage to use English, you are already winning. Don't be afraid of grammar mistakes. Don't worry about sounding strange. Every mistake teaches you something. Remember how children learn. They don't care about grammar at first. They just speak. They try. And little by little, they get better. You can do the same. You don't need to wait. The best way to learn is by doing. Another thing to remember is motivation. Some days you feel excited to learn. Other days you feel tired or busy. That's normal. But the trick is to build habits that don't need motivation. Habits are like automatic actions. When something becomes a habit, you do it even when you don't feel like it. Let's say you decide to listen to English audio every morning while brushing your teeth. If you do that for 30 days, it becomes automatic. You don't need to think. You just do it. The same goes for reading a short article before bed, or writing one sentence after breakfast. These small habits create a routine, and that routine becomes your teacher. Learning is not only about memory, it's about routine, repetition, and experience. You don't need to remember every word. Just meet the word again and again. Let it come to you through listening, reading, speaking, and writing. That's how real learning happens. Also, don't study only with your eyes. Use your ears, your voice, and your heart. Language is not a quiet thing. It's alive. It moves. It sings. It tells stories. So speak out loud when you practice. Repeat what you hear. Read with expression. Pretend you are talking to someone. This makes learning fun and powerful. And don't forget to review. Every few days, go back to something old. Listen to a podcast again. Reread a story. Repeat a video you liked. Each time, you will understand more. You'll hear things you missed before. And that's how your brain builds deeper knowledge. Another important idea is to celebrate progress. Too often, learners only see what they can't do. They say, "I still make mistakes," or "I can't speak fast." But what about what you can do? Can you understand a song better than last month? Can you write 2 sentences more than last week? These are victories. Celebrate them. Smile at your success. Be proud of each new step. Learning a language is a big journey. Every small step is part of your story. Don't compare yourself to others. Your path is yours. Just keep moving forward. You may not notice your growth every day, but others will. One day, someone will say, "Wow, your English is better now." And you'll realize how far you've come. Not by doing something huge, but by doing something small every day. So today, ask yourself again, what can I do in English right now? Can I listen for 5 minutes? Can I speak 1 sentence? Can I read 1 paragraph? Can I write 1 short message? These small actions are the keys. They build your skills, your confidence, and your future. You might be surprised how much English is already around you. Maybe you don't notice it because you're used to skipping it. But once you start looking for it, you'll see English on signs, websites, product labels, video titles, even in your favorite mobile games. All of these are small windows where you can practice. So the first step is to become aware. Open your eyes and ears to the English around you. Let's take an example. Imagine you open YouTube. You see hundreds of videos, and many are in English. Instead of ignoring them, try clicking on one that looks interesting. Even if you only understand 50%, that's okay. You're training your brain. You're listening. You're learning. If you do this every day, you'll start to understand more. Your brain adapts fast when it hears the same sounds again and again. What if you're watching a recipe video in English? You hear the words chop, boil, mix, serve. These are real words used in a real situation. You remember them not because you wrote them down, but because you saw them in action. This is learning through experience, and it's much stronger than learning through memorization. Try doing this with everything you enjoy. Do you love football? Watch interviews with players or match highlights in English? Do you like fashion? Follow English-speaking influencers who talk about clothes. Are you interested in tech or cars or travel? There's English content for every subject. Use your interests as your guide. If you enjoy what you're watching or reading, you'll learn without stress. The same goes for games. Many video games are in English, and they often use useful vocabulary and real dialogue. You read instructions. You listen to characters speak. You interact with the game world. This is a powerful way to learn, without feeling like you're studying. Let's talk more about speaking, because that's where many learners feel nervous. You want to speak, but you're afraid you'll say something wrong. Or maybe you don't know the right words. Or maybe you feel shy. All of these feelings are normal. Every learner feels them. But you must speak anyway, because the only way to get better is to use your voice. Think of it like learning to swim. You can read about swimming, watch videos, listen to advice, but unless you get in the water, you'll never learn. Speaking English is the same. You have to open your mouth and try. Yes, you'll make mistakes. Yes, you'll feel awkward. But every word you say is one step closer to fluency. If you don't have anyone to speak with, speak to yourself. Practice in front of a mirror. Repeat what you hear in movies or podcasts. Ask yourself questions and answer them out loud. Say your thoughts in English while walking or cooking. This is not strange. It's smart. Your mouth needs to learn how to move in English. Your voice needs to become comfortable with the new sounds. And when you do get the chance to speak with someone, take it. Don't say, "My English is bad." Don't apologize for not being perfect. Just try. Most people are kind. They will understand. And the more you speak, the better you'll get. With each conversation, your confidence grows. With each new word, your skills improve. There are also online speaking groups where learners meet to practice. You can find them on apps, forums, or social media. You join a video call with people from different countries, and everyone speaks English together. It's a safe space to practice. Everyone is learning, just like you. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to pause or ask for help. That's what learning looks like. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Start with what you have. Start with where you are. Use your phone to record yourself. Listen back. Notice how you sound. This will help you hear your progress and fix small mistakes. It will also show you how much you've improved after a few weeks. And remember, fluency does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking clearly and with confidence. It means expressing your ideas without fear. Even if you use simple words, if you can share your message, you are fluent. So don't chase big vocabulary. Don't focus on speed. Focus on connection. Let's not forget about listening. Listening is where learning begins. If you want to speak better, you must listen more. Listen to real voices, not just robot voices in exercises. Find podcasts with natural speech. Watch videos where people talk about their lives. Pay attention to the way they ask questions, the way they answer, the way they laugh or pause. When you listen, don't try to catch every word. Try to catch the feeling. Try to understand the main idea. If you hear a word many times, look it up. But don't pause every few seconds to check your dictionary. That breaks the rhythm. Listen first. Let your brain guess. You'll be surprised how smart your brain is. One strong habit is to listen to the same thing more than once. The first time, just relax and enjoy. The second time, focus more on the meaning. The third time, repeat some sentences out loud. This kind of repetition builds strong understanding. You hear the same sentence again and again, and it becomes part of your thinking. If you combine listening and speaking every day, even for just 15 minutes, you'll grow fast. And if you write a few lines too, you're using all your skills together. Listening helps you speak. Speaking helps you write. Writing helps you think. Thinking helps you learn. It's all connected. And don't forget the most important part. Enjoy it. Learning English is not a race. It's not a test. It's a chance to open your world, to meet new people, to explore new ideas. When you enjoy the process, you stay with it longer. You try more. You learn more. So do the things that make you smile. Read stories that touch your heart. Listen to music that lifts your spirit. Watch videos that make you laugh. Let English be a light, not a weight. Let it be part of your joy, not your stress. You are not just learning words. You are building a bridge between your world and the world of English, a bridge between your voice and the voices of millions of people. Keep building. Keep walking. You're already on the right path. The more you learn, the more you understand that English is not just about words and grammar. It's about life. It's about connection, feeling, meaning, and experience. Every time you learn a new word, you gain a new way to see the world. Every time you understand a sentence, you open a small window to a new culture, a new person, or a new idea. This is why learning English is not just about studying. It's about living more deeply. One of the most beautiful things about English is that it's spoken by people from everywhere. You don't need to sound like someone from London or New York. You can speak English with your own accent, your own rhythm, your own voice. And still, you are understood. Still, you are part of the global conversation. Sometimes learners ask, "Will I ever speak like a native speaker?" But this is the wrong question. The real question is, can I express myself clearly and confidently? And the answer is yes. You don't need to sound like someone else. You just need to sound like you in English. Your journey will be full of moments when you feel strong and moments when you feel weak. Some days, you'll be proud of what you said. Other days, you'll feel confused or tired. That's all part of the process. Learning anything new takes time, patience, and kindness to yourself. When you feel frustrated, stop and breathe. Look back and see how far you've come. Maybe 1 year ago, you didn't understand anything. Maybe 6 months ago, you couldn't write one full sentence. But now, you do. Now, you're reading this. That alone is progress. That alone is proof that you are growing. The people who succeed are not always the smartest. They are the ones who continue. They are the ones who don't give up, even when they're tired or busy. They are the ones who say, "I'll just do a little today," and then they do it again tomorrow. This is how real learning happens. Not in big jumps, but in small steps, repeated with care and love. Let English become your companion. Let it travel with you in your daily life. Take it with you on the bus, to the kitchen, to your bed before sleep. Whisper to yourself in English while brushing your teeth. Talk to your dog in English. Send simple messages to friends in English. Read signs, menus, messages, all in English. Make it part of your world. And always be curious. Curiosity is the heart of learning. Ask questions. What does that word mean? How do I say this in English? Why do people use this phrase in that situation? The more questions you ask, the more answers you find. And the more answers you find, the more confident you feel. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from trying, from showing up again and again, even when it's hard. Every time you say something in English, even if it's not perfect, you're building your confidence. Every time you choose to learn instead of giving up, you're telling yourself, "I believe in me." So don't hide your voice. Don't wait for permission. You are allowed to speak. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to be a beginner. Everyone starts somewhere. Even the best speakers in the world once said their first word. Even they were unsure at the beginning. Your story matters. Your words matter. And your English matters, not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. you are creating something new. You are opening doors for your future. Every sentence you build, every paragraph you write, every conversation you try, these are bricks in the house you are building. Some people learn English to travel. Some learn it to get a better job. Some learn it to watch movies, to meet people, or to study abroad. Whatever your reason is, let it guide you. Let it remind you why you started. On days when it's hard, remember that reason. Let it give you strength. If you can, find a friend who is also learning. You can support each other. You can share tips, share struggles, share victories. Learning together makes the journey easier and more fun. Even if you make mistakes together, you laugh and you learn. That's what friends do. And if you have no one around, you still have your own strength. You can talk to yourself. You can listen to stories. You can write your thoughts. The internet is full of people, videos, podcasts, books, and communities. There is no limit to what you can learn, as long as you keep going. Also, remember that no one knows everything. Even native speakers forget words or make grammar mistakes. That's normal. You don't need to know every word. You just need to know enough to understand and be understood. Start there. Grow from there. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Your goal is not a test. Your goal is connection. It's understanding. It's expression. You're learning English to share your life, your ideas, your dreams. That's a beautiful goal. That's something worth working for, even little by little. So take this final message with you. English is not something outside of you. It's something you're building inside, word by word, step by step, day by day. And you're doing it. Every choice you make to listen, to read, to write, to speak, it brings you closer. Keep going. Keep smiling. Keep learning. And trust the process. Your English is growing. Your voice is becoming stronger. And the world is waiting to hear what you have to say.